Alright guys, I said my next video would be the transmission video. Well, this is like part 3B. I forgot in the last video, after I installed the Andrew Y grind camshafts, that you got to put the cover back on with the gasket, of course. Torque them down, and then you have to put, you can use your finger. The book says use a screwdriver, but it says to turn the engine over until the lobe is on top, and then you want to put the screwdriver in or your finger and push it toward the cam cover. And then you want to take a feeler gauge, which you can it's a 25 thousandths, and you want to feel for the what do they call it, the cam, the backlash, the gear end, or the gear end play. And for, let's see, the 78, they recommend 4 to 10 inches, and then that's just on the rear intake, and then 5 to 12 thousandths, not inches, 4 to 10 thousandths on the rear intake, and 5 to 10 thousandths on the rest of them. So I'd made all the measurements and I ordered the shims. This was the first camshaft that was in here, which is this one here, and that's the second, third, fourth. As I wrote, the C2, C3, C4 as well. Your second camshaft is the only one that takes bigger shims than the other three. The shims, let me see, set my phone down right quick. Show you the difference. You can see that's a shim for the second cam, and the smaller ones there are shims for the other ones, the other three. So I ordered the biggest ones that I could find. These are a 15 thousandths, these are a 7 thousandths, and then the cam 2 I just needed 15 thousandths. So I worked out all the math, and this is what I come up with. 33 thousandths was the end play. 31 thousandths on cam 2 was the end play. Cam number 3 had 50 thousandths, which was the biggest, and then the last one was 21 thousandths. Now, with the Andrews cams, I'm going by the recommendations from the Andrews cams and not the Harley book. The Andrews cams products, they recommend, if you could see here in the instructions, the end play for the Y grind cams should be 10 to 20 thousandths. So I'm going to get the gears as close to 10 thousandths as I can, but I have a range up to 20, so it's not a big deal. So for the first one, I have to do 3 shims of 7 thousandths or any variation. So I will use a 15 thousandths shim and a 7 thousandths shim. And I will show you how to do that as I get them out. Alright guys, sorry it's just me today. So you got shims here, right? Got to put some oil on them right quick. Once they're oiled, you just slide them on the cam cover side just as such. Yes, I made sure the cams were still in alignment, timed properly. Grease the last one up. And install the 7/1000 spacer, or shim. And that's it. You just do the same thing for the rest of them. Put your cam cover back on, torque it down with the gasket, and then this next video I'll make here in about half hour will be of the transmission install. See you guys.